Hi, Sassy Pants. Good day, my wonderful clunkers. Clunks and Clunketts. Today is a momentous occasion. Huge, memorable, record-breaking history has been made today, as it did 4 years ago and every 4 years in the last 200 years. President-elect Trump has been sworn in as the official 47th President of the United States of America. That is today, January 20th,
2025.
which also is the wonderful day of remembering Martin Luther King. He had a dream, and I believe it came true. With that being said, politicalness gone as whatever. It's your feelings, your thoughts. And of course, if you find me offensive, I am offended that you find me offensive. I'm just kidding. I don't get offended. Anyway, I so digress right now. We have a wonderful day, I think so. What are we going to do? Well, we have to clean up all the scrap metal that's all been cut up, torn apart, parts and pieces on a big heap right over there behind the camera. I'm looking at it right now. Now, I did take care of some items off camera. I was silly. In the last video, you can clearly see that I went ahead and took off the steering box from the frame, which in turn made everything collapse with it. What happened? The tires went like this. You can't push a car or a frame with the tires like this. Off camera, I needed to make it more straight and more, would you say, accessible for the rear end. I went through all the parts and pieces that I had in the van, put it on a special rack, and I've been contemplating and planning it through over the weekend, because as you know, I decided to go ahead and do the rear axle dually part first. That's what I've been wanting to do for years. So, as I'm going to show you here in just a few short seconds, according to my editing on the video, on jack stands, they're actually mobile home stands that the mobile homes adjust and sit onto so they can level it just right. And it's amazing. I don't know where I got them. I don't know where I found them, but I had them and I used them. This is just to, like an intermission. Getting the stage set, getting everything cleaned up, prepped, ready. So that means cleaning up the scrap metal, getting the trash trailer all set up so I can just back my car in, hook it up, take it to the dump. I have the secret automobile all wrapped back up because over the weekend we had a horrible windstorm and it blew everything off. So now you really can't tell what it is. And if you could tell what it was in the last episodes, since episode 1, let me know in the description what you think it is. And if you think and you get it right, you get to pat yourself on the back. Yeah, you don't get anything else but a smile from me, maybe. Hi. So that means I need to bring the van, the big white van, out, turn it around, bring it back in, and get it just right so I can have the axle from the frame sitting undercover so I can take the old axle out and put the newly rebuilt axle in. And I say newly rebuilt because we have to rebuild that axle, clean it up, check all the seals, the gaskets, the gearing. I have new bearings and raceways for the axle on the van. I'm not sure that they will fit on the new axle from the frame because it is a 70 HD and not just your 70 Dana 70 axle. I have to double check, triple check, but I might have a 70 HD underneath this van because it was an option. If that's the case, then all my parts will go on there. But I know this has a higher ring gear on the frame axle. And it's also duly set up so I can just transfer. If I have a 70 HD, I know the rear end in this van is good. I can rebuild it and put the special hubs on the rear. But that's going to come later on as we tear everything apart and see what we can work with. So, here I go with saying so of what I am going to go through to get all the sheet metal, scrap metal, doors, fenders set aside. Because if I do that, then when I bring the trailer back empty, I can just back it in and load it up and really worry about my shoulder and my wrist and my back, my new knees, my little pinky toe, and my hair. Sometimes my hair does hurt. I don't know why, but you know what never hurts? That's right. The epic beard. That's why he's epic. Two-tone. That's the epic beard. Gray on one side, brown on the other. On this momentous day, Martin Luther King Jr. He had a dream, and I believe that dream has come true. The president-elect Trump is now our 47th president, January 20th, 2025. Thank you for tuning in to Clunkers Undercover. My name is Mr. Dustin. This is the Epic Beard. You know who you are. Without further ado, let's clean up the heat. Let's dually this. Okay, Clunks and Clunketts, I'm going to show you real quick what I have done with the frame and show you the rack of all the good parts that we have, just real quick, and then we can move on. Okay. There is our special rack right there of all our goodies. So let's move on to the frame. Here is what I did with the frame. As you clearly remember, and maybe you don't, probably don't. If you don't, you can always watch the other videos. I had the frame sitting right here in this spot, right there. Yep, we pushed it up into this spot right there. Now what I did do, as I just mentioned, I have actually leveled the back end of the frame right there. You see the front's a little twisted, but that I don't care about. The rear end is nice and flat and straight and level, so it's easier to get the axle off and when we're to that position. Now we come around. Here are the stands I was telling you about from the mobile home trailers. I have them set up, leveled out, and those two are just sitting there just so when I get the front end going, I already have them in place. Now, if you look just a little beyond, you will see the come along. Look at the come along. Why do we have a come along, you might ask? I had to strap it to that post right there. Yeah. And crank it close as possible. Because I couldn't push it. And I didn't want to push it. So I didn't. I'll let the air out of that tire. Good job, way to go. And then this back end of this frame was all the way up here. Obviously I couldn't push it, so I strapped it with the come along to the frame of the big white van and yanked it over. Yep, you still see the come along connected to the van frame. I have to remember to remove that before I move the van. That would not be a good thing. Anyway, so that's what we're working on today. There's the special automobile that you can't tell what it is. And we have everything cleared out, everything cleaned up and ready to go. All I have to do is move the parts rack out of the way when it's time to get the van turned around. So with all this being said, let's dually this, or that, or all of it. Let's dually all of it. Okay. Well, Clunks and Clunketts. I think I used these gloves when I poured my concrete sidewalk. Yeah. Well, I have to say, my wife and I did it in one day. 40 some feet, 105 bags of concrete in the middle of summer. Dumb.
Because we never did it before. We did it, and we'll never do it again. Because we know we don't want to do it again because we did it once. Once was enough. Let us tomato this. But I want to make sure that I have room and I can just take it, set it up. Like I said, I want a nice neat pile here. Now I could just leave it up here and stack onto it, stack around. Well, there's Honey Girl. Well, hi, the Honey Girl. Hi, the Honey Girl. What are we doing, the Honey Girl? Yeah? Did you just come out to say hi to Daddy? You remember Honey Girl. It's Sassy Beans. A good girl. That's a good girl. She just likes all the pets in the world.
Very good. And the dashboard. 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 Name the movie. Dashboard.
Now, some say I should just take this off.
Let's do that. So I'm going to set it over here.
Mr. Dustin, why are you moving this from this part over to this part? I gotta get the trailer out. I thought I was smart enough when I started the project that all the stuff was further over than I thought it was. But that's okay. Just keep going.
I couldn't have done that if I wanted to. Kidding me? It is burning that blade off.
Hi, I'm back. Clunks and Clunketts, my beautiful clunkers. Anyway, as you noticed, I did clean up all the mess. The heap is now organized. So when I take this trailer right there behind me, see that? Once I take that trailer back to the dump and then bring it back empty, I can put all of this stuff. Oh yes, but don't forget, I also have that stuff right there. Now I have decided, come back over here. I can't see you guys. Come here. Come here. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, hi. Hi. Okay. I have decided to keep the fiberglass backing of the cab because it makes a nice cover for the special automobile that is not to be revealed anytime soon. It's time to get this van out, turned around, brought back in. So what I'm going to do, and I'll show you, is open the gate. Exciting stuff. I know. That's why you're here. Hi, Clunks, Clunketts, Clunkers of all types. Are you ready? You ready for a cold start? Yeah, so let's go ahead and put the key in. clunkers of all ages, I would like to thank you because I can. We have accomplished getting the van turned around, pulled in, and set up to where the axle on the van and the axle on the frame will be good. So what's next? Well, next, I got to get out of the van. So, what am I waiting for? What am I waiting for? Well, I don't know. Let's get out of the van. Keys, stay in the van because no one. Oh, you gotta roll up the window. You never know, it might rain. Not undercover. Undercover. Oh, got it. Can you see me now? Okay, let's go this way. Well, here we are again. We have completed another fine day of chores. Okay, Clunks and Clunketts, my clunkers undercover. We are officially parked the right way. We have our newly organized heap for us to look at. We have the trailer all full of our goodies. Right there. See? I'm going to tarp that, strap it, take it to the dump, bring the trailer back. I've told you 10 times already what I'm going to do. So,
nice.
Yeah. And then I'm going to come back, and you know what I'm going to do with that? We have cleaned up everything, all of our mess, even the doggy do. The gate is closed. See, right there. Yeah, I closed it.
Wow.
I think we have concluded a nice, fine, wonderful day. I appreciate you being here on this Martin Luther King Jr. celebration day of He Had a Dream. Thank you very much, Martin Luther King Jr. I think there's only one thing to do. I and the Epic Beard are going to give you a fine, a wonderful, a good, or an adieu. Until next time, this has been Mr. Dustin and the Epic Beard for Clunkers Undercover. Bye.